Joe Novello here for Knicks.com. Tyson Chandler returns to Madison Square Garden. The Knicks battle the Bulls in Chicago and then face a back-to-back right here on Knicks All Access Weekly. Monday at MSG Training Center, a short-handed group gathered for a practice session after a tough overtime defeat to the Raptors.
We hanging in there. I'm hanging in there, and you know we back at it today. We got to come to work and keep our heads up.
We still had enough healthy bodies to get some things accomplished, and you know everybody's a part of what we're doing.
Tomorrow's going to be a great game for us and also for Dallas with Tyson Chandler being back in New York.
New York welcome back the big man Tyson Chandler in his first appearance at the Garden since the trade to Dallas.
I think the crowd will give him a cheer because once a Knick, you're always a Knick. But again, he does play for Dallas, and they may not cheer him on for too long.
Seeking revenge from the narrow defeat in Dallas in late November, the Knicks hit the floor on Tuesday evening in search of a win against one of the elite Western Conference squads.
They took us to overtime at our place without Anthony, and so we have a lot of respect for how hard they play. They're going to continue to get better, and we're going to have to be on our game tonight.
Dallas jumped out to a big first quarter, scoring 36 points in the opening frame behind a blistering hot 73% shooting from the floor.
They're just running around, zipping the ball around, shooting open threes, making every shot they took. Kind of just took our energy away from us.
Carmelo Anthony and Tim Hardaway Jr. helped the home team trim the big lead to 10 points heading into the locker room at the half.
We fought back in the second quarter, went down to half, down 10. Then the start of the third, we didn't come out with the aggressiveness that we needed.
A balanced scoring effort from Dallas and 15 three-pointers helped the road team to a 107-87 victory, despite a game-high 26 points from Carmelo Anthony.
There's no excuse for us to go out there and play like that, so we got to come out ready to go next game.
Wednesday, the Knicks refocused and set their sights on a quick road trip out to the Midwest for a matchup against a formidable foe on Thursday, the Chicago Bulls.
There's still a level that they've built and they're accustomed to playing at. That you have to at least match or exceed in order to have a chance to win.
Dealing with lingering knee soreness, Carmelo Anthony could not suit up for the contest in Chicago. And with J.R. Smith also out for the Knicks, Amari Stoudemire waived off his scheduled recovery day to give his team a much-needed scoring weapon.
It'd be tough to watch my teammates just kind of go out there and battle without their supporting cast.
Fans making their way into the United Center. The Chicago Bulls are right now fourth in the Eastern Conference with a 15-9 record. Tonight they host the New York Knicks.
After a strong start for the Bulls, the Knicks answered by outscoring Chicago 54-43 in the second and third quarters to take a one-point advantage into the final stanza.
We came out of the locker room with a purpose.
We were playing better defense. We were sharing the ball. We were playing basketball.
The Bulls staved off a feisty New York crew and reeled off a 13-8 run over the final 4 minutes to dispatch the Knicks as Jimmy Butler registered a career-high 35 points.
Unfortunately, one team got to lose that. You know, it had to be us, but you know, both teams played well. It was a battle. It was very competitive.
Stoudemire turned in an inspiring effort with 16 points and 6 boards, and Tim Hardaway Jr. posted 23 in the close 103-97 defeat in Chicago.
All you ask is that they play the way they played tonight. Sometimes you win when you do that, and sometimes you don't.
I don't care if it's 5 and 100. We gotta go out there every night and play hard. We're trying to play something. We try to get something done here.
Back at MSG for a matinee game against the Suns, and Carmelo Anthony was back in the lineup for the Knicks.
We welcome you to a pre-Christmas Midtown setting. The Knicks taking the floor and bring some good news with them. Carmelo Anthony is back.
I think he felt, pretty good after yesterday, and felt like he'd be good to give it a go.
After falling behind by 3 in the first quarter, the Knicks turned up the heat on the Suns as Anthony and Hardaway Jr. combined for 15 in the second period to give New York a 3-point advantage at the half.
The game was a stretch of runs. They made their runs, we made our runs.
We talked about if we win the fourth quarter, we win the game. And those first few minutes of the fourth quarter were probably the worst stretch of the game.
Eric Bledsoe took over in the fourth quarter, scoring 13 of his team-high 25, and Phoenix reeled off 32 points in the final period to fuel the Suns' 99-90 win at MSG. For New York, Anthony dropped 25 and grabbed 11 rebounds. Jose Calderon added 11.
When the team, make a run and come back, it kind of drains us as a team.
We just got to keep our focus. We know we have another one tomorrow in Toronto.
A quick turnaround for the Knicks in another day game, this time on the road in Toronto against the East's top team.
Fans filing in here during the holiday season, loving the fact that their Toronto Raptors sit atop the Eastern Conference. Raptors have won 5 consecutive games.
Amari Stoudemire remains sidelined, leaving Derek Fisher to a familiar starting lineup as a previous game on Saturday.
We just feel like in order to kind of prepare ourselves for the next 25 games or so, it was smart to get this one in.
The Raptors' home crowd ignited their team, and they answered by building a 7-point lead at the half, even as Carmelo Anthony scored 15 in 19 minutes of action in the first 2 quarters.
He's fighting out hard out there. He showed a lot of leadership.
Anthony, power move underneath in traffic.
The Knicks scored 33 points in the final quarter, but Toronto held off a late push and 28 points from Anthony in a 118-108 victory for the Raptors.
Yeah, we're playing against really good teams, and we're missing maybe 4 or 5 really important guys, but it's no excuse. Other teams got guys out too, and we just got to keep playing, and hopefully we can get a win and try to get over the hump.
We're just going to continue to work and get better over this next few days and get ready for Christmas.